from using the most delicious food scenes in his movies, like Pulp Fiction's iconic Royale with cheese scene, to putting off audiences by using feet in his shots. Quentin Tarantino has a wide arsenal of tricks he uses to fool the audience in his movies. But why would he want to do that? Well, first off, it's a great way to make any scene less monotonous. It throws you off and keeps you engaged with the characters and their dialogue. And that's what Tarantino movies are all about. Great dialogue. One of his most famous tricks is one that he hasn't really invented on his own. The iconic trunk shot has been around for as long as cinema has existed. You know, the one where he starts with complete darkness and then boom, our favorite characters open up a car trunk and look down into it. Now, don't get me wrong, I totally get why Tarantino does it. It's become his signature move, like a secret handshake between him and his fans. But let's be real, how many times can we watch the same shot before we start feeling like we're in some weird trunk-related deja vu? But hey, it's all part of the fun, right? We know it's coming, we brace ourselves for it, and then we roll our eyes and laugh when it happens. So next time you're watching a Tarantino flick and you see that trunk shot coming, just enjoy the ride. Who knows, maybe one day we'll see a Tarantino movie without it, but most probably not. His next trick is equally impressive, and a favorite among people if I'm being honest. Like right in the middle of the movie, he'll just get me super hungry by using food. Tarantino's movies have some of the most deliciously delightful food scenes, from Reservoir Dogs to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. This director knows how to use food to spice up his films, but Tarantino takes it to the next level. He uses food and drinks to set the scene, establish character traits, and even propel the plot forward. It's like the food is a supporting actor in his movies. Who can forget Vincent and Jules discussing Royales with cheese in Pulp Fiction?
They don't call it a quarter pounder with cheese?
Oh man, they got the metric system. They wouldn't know what the quarter pounder is.
And what do they call it?
They call it Royale with cheese.
Royale with cheese.
That's right.
Or Shoshana eating a strudel in Inglourious Basterds. These scenes not only frame the conversation, but also give us a peek into the characters' backgrounds. And let's not forget about those long drawn-out scenes where characters gorge on food or cook it up. But the real magic of food in Tarantino's movies is its metaphorical value. It's not just about the food, it's about what the food represents. Whether it's a symbol of power, a reminder of the past, or a sign of impending doom, Tarantino uses food to convey a deeper meaning. But not all his tricks are this delicious to watch. Some are just downright concerning and have actually thrown the director under a lot of criticism. His overuse of foot scenes is certainly very questionable, making him the foot fetish king. Now, we all have our own kinks and quirks, but Tarantino takes it to a whole new level by showing off his love for feet in his movies. From Jackie Brown to Inglourious Basterds, Tarantino has given us plenty of close-ups of women's feet that would even make the most dedicated podiatrist blush. And let's be real, we all know that he probably goes home and watches those scenes on repeat while enjoying some alone time. Even if you like those scenes, you can't deny that the way he uses them makes you feel a bit queasy. I mean, do we really need to see Uma Thurman's feet all up in the camera in Kill Bill? But hey, Tarantino is Tarantino, and he's never been one to shy away from controversy. So just try to not think about it too much during your next movie marathon. Though this next trick might be a bit harder to avoid thinking about. I'm talking about the gratuitous amounts of violence and blood. Now, if you've seen any of his films, you know that this guy does not shy away from blood and mayhem. In fact, he fully embraces it, making it so over the top that it's hard not to have a blast watching it all unfold. Take Kill Bill, for example. It's basically a non-stop adrenaline-fueled ride of epic fight scenes and gallons of fake blood. Or how about Death Proof, where we get to see stuntman Mike finally get what's coming to him in a spectacularly violent way. But it's not just about the violence itself. Tarantino is a master at unexpected deaths. Just when you think you've got a handle on who the main characters are, bam! Tarantino pulls the rug out from under you. Remember Mr. Blonde from Reservoir Dogs? Yeah, he seemed like he was gonna be a big player, but Tarantino offed him even before the third act. And don't even get me started on Inglourious Basterds. Michael Fassbender's character had the potential to be a total hero, but he was taken out way too soon. It's all part of the fun with Tarantino. He loves to play with misdirection and confusion as a result. You truly do feel the tension of not knowing who's gonna die next. But some actors are kinda safe from this phenomenon. Even if they die, we know they're going to return in some other Tarantino movie later, because the director loves working with some of his favorite actors, like the legend himself, Samuel L. Jackson, the man who brought us the iconic Jules Winfield in Pulp Fiction.
Be cool.
Be cool, honey.
Say,
bunny.
be cool. Tell that bitch to chill.
Be cool, honey.
Chill that
bunny.
out.
Chill out, honey bunny.
Chill.
Just chill out, honey bunny.
All right, now tell her it's gonna be all right.
It's gonna be all right.
Promise her.
I promise.
Not only did he steal the show with his performance, but he also proved to be the ultimate master of delivering Tarantino's stylized dialogue like a boss. No surprise there. Jackson quickly became a regular in Tarantino's movies after that first collaboration. Sometimes he had big roles, other times he had quick little cameos, like in Kill Bill. Another one of his beloved actors is Tim Roth. He was a key player in Tarantino's debut film, Reservoir Dogs, and he portrayed the undercover cop Freddie Newendike, aka Mr. Orange. In Pulp Fiction, Roth had a smaller but pivotal role as Pumpkin. He was Honey Bunny's boyfriend, played by Amanda Plummer. They were the opening scene's infamous duo, and also reappeared at the film's ending thanks to its closed-loop structure. Roth took a break from Tarantino films after Pulp Fiction, but made a comeback to play Pete Hicox in The Hateful Eight. He was even supposed to be in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Unfortunately, his scenes didn't actually make it into the movie. But perhaps Tarantino's greatest love affair is with Brad Pitt. He's got the looks, the charm, and the talent to back it up. And let's not forget his comedic timing, which shines through in his roles in Tarantino's films. In Inglourious Basterds, Pitt plays Lieutenant Aldo Raine. His exaggerated southern accent is hilarious. Trust me, you'll be rolling on the floor. Then there's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, where Pitt plays Cliff Booth, a stuntman with a checkered past and a short fuse. But perhaps Tarantino's greatest trick to create a world that feels real and lived in is to invent a bunch of fake brands. You've got the infamous Big Kahuna Burger and Red Apple cigarettes that make appearances in Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs, and Kill Bill. And who could forget Geo Juice, Fruit Brute cereal, and teriyaki donuts popping up here and there. These fictional brands give Tarantino's movies a unique sense of continuity, almost like they all exist in a twisted alternate reality. While some may criticize Tarantino's use of these products, you cannot deny that they add a fun and memorable element to his movies. And perhaps the trick that's the most mind-boggling for fans is the consistent use of non-linear storylines in his films. Like the movie will start at the end, continue at the start, and close somewhere around the middle. Pulp Fiction is the perfect example of this. It leaves you wondering from one scene to the next just what the hell is going on. And when you do truly find out, it feels all the more rewarding and satisfying. And that's all for the tricks Tarantino uses to fool his fans every time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.